Allmeroth joins us, Missouri Department of Transportation District Maintenance Engineer. Good morning, Becky.
Good morning.
Let's first start with were the meteorologists right, and how wrong or how bad did we get hit?
Yeah, they were right. I mean, we absolutely got snow, and might not have got quite as much as we were expecting, but that's a good thing. This one has just been a challenge to forecast, and I can't say it was one particular meteorologist because across the board the models just were not coming together, and it's been a crapshoot as to what we were going to get over the last 3 days trying to plan for this event.
Right. Now, we're also still in the middle of it, right? We're still going to be getting a couple more inches of snow.
Absolutely. We're expecting snow right up almost through evening rush hour today. Not going to stop until late afternoon, so this will be a continuing battle throughout the day.
And the other big thing is it is so cold out there, so that really affects how you guys are able to clear the roads and highways.
It really does. We have different game plans for the different temperatures because anything below about 25 degrees in the salt just is not effective. So that, along with the type of snow you get, this ends up being a dry, powdery snow. So we're better off just keeping those plows down and doing everything we can to not put salt down until the end of the storm when we're kind of in cleanup mode. So we've been changing things up and watching things closely, and it's just the plans evolve as we see what falls from the sky.
So let me explain. Let me make sure I understand. You're not putting down any salt currently because it just wouldn't work?
Yeah, we're trying not to. Actually, salt with these extreme low temperatures, if that snow does melt, with the temperatures being as low as it was, it will create a glaze and actually make the conditions worse. So we've had a really good morning. We ended up on a couple of areas where we had traffic overnight, some of the interstates. We did start to see that glaze, so we had to put a little bit of salt on some of those locations this morning, but it seems to have worked really well to keep this dry and just plow it off. We had very, very few incidents this morning.
Yeah. Does the cars driving constantly on unplowed snow help or hurt the process?
With a dry, powdery snow like this, it really helps. So any of the roadways, some of the interstates, and some of the more traveled primary routes, we are seeing some clearing just by the traffic that's moving on them. It helps. If you have a wet snow, it really doesn't because it'll pack it down. So it depends. It's kind of a storm-by-storm basis.
But it also helps that because it is a holiday and there's not going to be as much traffic, so you guys really have the opportunity to really clear the roads.
Absolutely. It's been nice, the holiday, the less traffic, not having school buses and that kind of thing in the mix. It's really given us a lot more room for the plows to go ahead and do their job and do some of our game plow operations so we can truly get all that snow off the roadways.
What about the infamous beet juice? Did you put that down beforehand?
We did. We actually had a layer of pre-treat down, not for this storm. It was kind of left over from the little bit of snow that we got Saturday morning. So that's really helping. We're finding that breaking that bond between the pavement and the snow, and it's plowing off nicely. So we'll be able to clean the roads fairly well as soon as the snow completely stops.
Have you learned anything from what's going on up in Boston? They got another foot, and they're getting more snow either today or tomorrow. Are you watching that at all, and have you learned anything from it?
Yeah, we watch it really closely, and we actually count our blessings that we don't have those types of storms in Missouri very often. I do have conversations with peers from other states, and they just have different challenges that we have, especially in a big metropolitan city like that, not having anywhere to take the snow. So we see that in little pockets. We have a couple of areas like on Page Avenue and 64 where we have sound walls and barrier that are right up against the highway. There's nowhere to go with the snow, so we actually have snow blowers that we will have out in operation today, and we will be trucking snow, but it's on such a minor scale compared to what they're dealing with, and it's watching it, and I feel for them. I'm just glad we don't have those types of storms here very often.
You and me both.
You were also talking about, it was a really, yesterday I was at Channel 5, and all the meteorologists were like, it was just a really weird and difficult storm to track, and the models were just really off. And so who do you work with, the National Weather Service and all the local meteorologists, or how do you guys help predict what to do?
Yeah, we do. We work with the National Weather Service. They're great partners with us, and we actually subscribe to a chat room that includes all the local meteorologists, so we are in tune with just about everybody. And then we have a paid forecasting service that we use. The meteorologist will only tell us what's going to happen, and we joke around about it. For about an inch above the pavement, they can't actually give us pavement forecast or tell us what the subsurface is doing. So we kind of do everything the national weather and the local meteorologists, that information they're giving us, along with what our pavement forecaster is giving us. So there's just different things that happen depending on how warm it is under the ground, whether it's going to melt the snow, whether it's going to refreeze, those kind of situations.
Becky, last question for us. Break it down for us. What should we know for the next couple of hours as we deal with this?
We are expecting the roadways to be covered and for us to keep battling this into late afternoon. So I don't think that conditions are going to improve a whole lot throughout today. By tomorrow morning, we are expecting that most of the interstates and most of the major roads will be mostly clear, probably still a little bit partly covered, but we're expecting our miners to still be covered, and we're expecting to still be in full battle mode, full crews, full trucks out through tomorrow morning's rush hour. So best bet is to stay in tune, www.MoDot.org. We have a travel information map that's there, tell you whether the roadways are covered, clear, help you plan your commute if you need to get out. For today, if you have the opportunity to stay in, I would just do it, enjoy the snow day, and cuddle up because it's cold outside, and let the crews get done what they need to get done today.
Yeah, I bet you wouldn't mind staying in today, huh?
It would be so nice. One of these years into retirement.
Becky Allmeroth is with us, MoDot's District Maintenance Engineer. Becky, hang in there. Have a good day.
Thank you.
6:31 here, Big 550.